What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2018 Innovation Award winner, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads, fathers, and male caregivers. It's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And being part of that movement, the team has reached out directly and indirectly to over half a million dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. My voice sounds a little just give me a second here. Okay, that feels a little bit better with the hydration, get that hydration going. So as always, like I said, and hope you're keeping blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. We are broadcasting live on March 20th. March is fading fast, and I believe this is the first official day of spring, but it doesn't feel like it in Toronto. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer, but there's a lack of sunshine. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people that have challenges when they don't see sunlight for a long period of time. This winter has been something else in the Toronto area or Greater Toronto area. I was speaking with my next door neighbor yesterday and I said, man, we got hit this year. And I said, yeah, we got really hit. And I see some people have jumped in live. As always, please feel free to come on in and hang out. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what's going on in your world. And I think Ryan is showing up. I see him. He's in the green room. He's not cammed up yet, but I see he's entered. So what we'll do, we were supposed to have a guest and they haven't shown up yet. And I've sent them a link and I'm now concerned. I just hope that they're okay, that they're all right. But because they haven't shown up, we'll just take it as a Freestyle Friday. So whatever you want to chat about, it's like a town hall, catch up, any sort of topics you want to share with myself and Ryan. Hopefully Ryan's going to show up, but I see people are jumping in here. So whatever you want to talk about, we can chat about. Okay, let me just see something here. I got a message going on here. Oh, Ryan is on the road. Okay, says he's going to pull over shortly. All right. So we've got Ryan on the road. ROR, Ryan on the road. So that's good. So at least I know he is okay. But yeah, it's been quite a week for myself. Just a lot of stuff just doing a lot of different various things. Even up to late last night, I was fooling around with an AI music site, found one that is free and gives you you can generate unlimited AI music free. And also too, you may, I think, did someone try to call me? I don't know who that is. Well, I don't know. If it's important, they'll leave a message. Someone, I don't know, but like all the people who are jumping in this morning, let me just see. Oh, look who's in the house. Fitnet's IQ Cam says, morning. And then also we have Frequency Event Promotions. Good day, watching on his cell phone. Hope both of you are fine. So it's a Freestyles Friday. Whatever you want to chat about. What is the name of the AI music app? Should I tell Frequency? Should I tell him? Actually, because this is a Fitness IQ Cams is tired but alive. Okay, you know what, Frequency Event Promotions? You and I are going to see each other tomorrow, so I'll tell you tomorrow. Is that fair? Frequency Event Promotions, is it Sumo? You know what? It was, it's funny about you said about Suno. When I first was introduced to Sumo, I thought it was really, for me, it wasn't very user-friendly. I didn't really like it that much. And then I'm just doing searching around and just seeing what's going on online, and I found an alternative to Suno that is, for me, much better. You can create unlimited music with it. I think up to about 4 minutes long, and even a nicer thing, you can provide it lyrics, or it generates you lyrics based on your prompt, or you can do instrumental. And I'll actually play you some of the results if I have your permission today on the show, some of the instrumental stuff. Fitness IQ Cam says, tired and alive. She also says, I want to hear her as well. Okay, yeah. Let's say the next time we see each other, I will tell you the name of that app. And what else? Also, yeah, I've been finding some different things. I got information on a app that will, okay, so for those people who do broadcasting online, YouTube just recently allowed you to, now allows you to upload your images in 4K, which gives you much, much, much better resolution, and it does it for free. So your images are really good. Oh, Mr. Ryan Knight is here. So let's bow down. Bow down to Mr. Knight.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you.
Good morning.
You didn't tell the people where you're going to see Frequency Event Promotions tomorrow. The ACBN Legacy Symposium is happening.
Yes.
So, but tickets are sold out. So you're going to see me post that you can watch it online. We're going to live stream it. So if you really want to go, we can probably sneak you in. Let me know. Send me a note. But yeah, we're over capacity. So the team will probably buff me up for saying that I can get a couple people in.
Well, congratulations. Another sellout year. Where are you on your way to today?
Yeah, I actually had to stop by the dentist. So I'm in Brampton. So getting the mouth checked out, feeling there's a chip on my tooth. I got to get it checked.
Oh.
So I'm here early.
Oh, what time is your appointment?
10.
Oh,
yes,
we got
10.
some time. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so a few things. Comments wise, Fitness IQ Cam says, which is tomorrow. So okay.
Yes, Saturday, March 21st.
Am I supposed to be there?
That's the plan, and
okay.
Fitness IQ too.
Okay.
I think
and also Christopher.
Yeah, and Christopher from Frequency Event Promotions.
I'm just coming to watch the stars in session. So Frequency Event Promotions says, are you making a country album, Dr. Vibe? No, I am not. No, I'm not. But the app that I found, like, I am making so much instrumental music, like it's bang, like and it produces it within 2 to 3 minutes, up to 4 minutes.
Nice.
Also in the house, good morning. Roger Dundas is in the house. Good to see you, Roger. Frequency Event Pro says, is your first song Make the Gas Prices More Affordable Again?
Yes, send that one in.
I went to fill up last night because I heard it was going up like 7 cents a liter after last night.
Aye.
Oh my gosh. And but speaking about the AI music app, I actually was fooling around for a theme song for the Morning Vibe.
Nice. Yeah, that's how we created the theme song for the Night Owl. Is with the Sono one that you were talking about.
No, I don't use I don't use Sono. There's another one that's better in my opinion than Sono.
Nice. Yeah, you mentioned that you use something else.
Really nice. Yeah. Fitness IQ Cam says, I need to pre-record. Maybe you'll give me an idea. If you contact me, I'm sure we can create one, because I always hear people talking about different things. And I guess Fitness IQ says, Ryan, him almost forgot since Monday. No, I didn't. I was playing around. I know. I was on a call yesterday for it, so I know.
Yes.
I know. And Frequency Event Merchant goes, Roger, how goes it? Big up to Buy Black. So Frequency says, hi. Hello to Roger. All right, so we're going to take a really quick break, and then we're going to come back, and we'll just bounce around, and actually some other things. Hold on here. Roger says, need to get that BYD EV now. Yes, which is interesting. I wonder, because of the economic condition, will we see the BYD EVs even sooner than the next year? because I'm sure they'd send them now.
True, yeah.
And
If they can get them here, yeah.
in the last 2 weeks, the lineup has doubled for buying them, right?
Yeah. Oh, I can see that. Yes, definitely.
And Fitness IQ Cam says, or she has smile emojis, or Roger, start walking, as I saw a post. Okay. All right. We're going to go on a quick break. We'll be right back. A number of different things going on in the world. And I'm going to try something also today on the Morning Vibe, also something new. So we'll be right back in about 40 seconds.
Toronto, July 25th. The Narrative Power Summit is landing in the 6. This is about ownership.
This is about controlling our story.
If you're serious about narrative power, strategy, and ownership, this is the room you need to be in. To get your tickets, go to africandiasporanews.org/Canada. I'll see you in Toronto.
You know, other than Ryan's event that's coming up and also a few other things, I want you to seriously check out going to this event. It is going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, tell us more about it. That's awesome.
Well, okay. I'm going to be hosting it, believe it or not. I was asked to host it, and also I'll be leading a panel discussion. We've got a number of people coming up who are part of the African Diaspora News Channel. Have you ever heard of that platform?
No, I have not.
Okay, so we'll get to that in a second. I just want to do some homework first. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube. Hit the notification button. I've been very blessed. There's a lot of subscriptions. It's like fast tracking subscribers these days. So thank you. If you have subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, why not? If you have subscribed, tell other people about it. Also, if you have subscribed, just don't subscribe and don't chime in. I want you to watch a replay, watch it live, tell other people about it. Yeah, and if you're just going to subscribe, just subscribe. I'd rather you not, because it doesn't help the algorithm.
Gotcha. Yes.
Also, like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. Join our Discord group. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Hit that link. If you want, advertise your business product or service on our show, email me dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Cannot forget Dr. Tachi, who I was hanging out with offline yesterday. We were chatting about a number of things. Indie Soup TV. She told me, yeah, it's just over 2 years. I thought it was 2.5 years, just over 2 years, over 28,000 YouTube subscribers, which puts that subscriber-wise in the top 4% of all YouTube channels. So we were talking and chatting about future strategy, because I'm also on the advisory board. So go check it out on YouTube, about 25 independent content creators. So also too, help us shape the future. Click on the following link. We'd love you to do the survey. All right, getting back to this. All right, so give you a little bit of background. And actually, I interviewed the gentleman who's behind the ADNC network, Philip Scott, this week. I interviewed him on Wednesday. So let me give you a little background on him. He's the founder and chief executive, calls him chief executive media architect of the African Diaspora News Channel, one of the most influential Black-owned media platforms on the internet, with over 19.7 million monthly views and 2.96 million subscribers across 6 platforms. African Diaspora News Channel, AfroWire AI, which is a fully AI news channel. The Philip Scott Show, Philip Scott Podcasts, Emancipation Media, and Soraya the Songstress. He has built a fully integrated AI-powered media ecosystem that reaches a global audience of adults in the United States and the diaspora. His work has been featured on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Roku, Amazon Music, and Spotify. So I have to thank Emma Ansa for setting that up. She's actually a contributor for Emancipation Media and the African Diaspora News channel. And also, she's the main power behind this summit coming up. So a number of contributors from the ADNC are coming up to Toronto. Philip Scott's based in Houston. He's coming up.
Gotcha.
Other the contributors are coming up. So we're going to do a full media workshop with some people from the US and some people in Canada talking about taking control and powering Black media. So that's what it's all about.
And I'm just looking, is it a one day or a multiple day? One day? Okay.
25th Saturday from 5 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. at the Aqua Supper Club. So
where's that?
You mean Gala King don't know where that is?
No, which area of the city?
No, we know. But anyways, we know you're right into your events. I don't want to mess you up. We'll address it another time. I got okay. So what is going on with you? Anything you want to chat about before you get your mouth fixed up?
Yeah. Hopefully they don't mash it up for tomorrow. But
no, not a good we don't want that happening. Thank you very much.
But all hands on deck. Definitely want to shout out Charmaine, our operations manager. She's been coordinating the symposium, and not even in town. She's in New Brunswick. She had moved out there, so coordinating still with all the meetings, keeping us in line and making sure we're on point. Definitely a thank you to Sheridan College. We've been working with them for, I think, the past 7 symposiums. So being able to do it there again is always exciting. They have a new president now, Cindy Guguera, and I'm saying the last name terrible, but
don't mess it up tomorrow. All right?
Well, I won't be introducing her, so I'll definitely
don't mess it up because that's lacking credibility real fast.
Yeah. So I'll have somebody else introduce her. Well, actually, Renee from Edge is going to be introducing Cindy. Okay. So it's great to see. I was actually at her, what they call installation, Sheridan calls it. It's a whole production, bagpipes and all, with their board of governors introducing her. And it was interesting where she came in, but she was wearing her UFT, I guess, robes. And then the ceremony is then taking off those robes because that's where she got her PhD, and then now getting her Sheridan robes, and that's kind of like the ceremonious transition to now leading Sheridan. So it was cool. It was nice hearing her backstory. So looking forward to again meeting her in person and having her at the symposium. But
all right.
A lot, yeah.
Just to interrupt you, just for a quick second. What do you want to ask our audience today?
I always look, because tonight we're going to be talking about Claude inside of Excel. So as you mentioned, the AI tool that you found and you really like playing with it, I wonder where people have landed. AI has been with us for now about 5 years. And again, shout out to you. Congratulations. The Morning Vibes around 5 years. I cannot believe it. That's wild.
Yesterday was our 5-year anniversary.
Isn't that amazing?
We got to do something proper for this when everything's settled down. And you know what?
Yeah.
He isn't here today, but I wouldn't have even thought about it if it wasn't for the food plane.
Really? Okay.
The food plane last week asked me, like, how long have you been online for? And I go, online with voices. The Morning Vibe. I said, you know what? I have no idea. And so I did
time is like,
5 years. So, Pop, what's a good multiple choice question we could ask our audience this morning? And I'm asking you for a reason because I'm gonna show people something. So, what? Okay. What about are you finding AI use helpful?
Yeah, because I mean, you can't escape it now. So everybody's kind of fallen into certain camps, and people have now are making predictions on which ones are gonna fall apart. They're saying like OpenAI is on the brink because it's too expensive, and people have found out how to do the models cheaper. Some people say it's about to take over because they have their new Model 6 coming out that's supposed to totally blow everything out of the water, like how Gemini did with their Model 3. So you never know. It's always bouncing back and forth.
Well, here we go. New feature. See this?
Oh no, what am I looking at?
You can't see it. Maybe you can't see it, but for people who are watching, maybe you can't because you're watching on your phone, but people are watching. Well, you should be able to see it on your phone. I've got a poll going right now. Are you? That's a bad poll. I got to edit. I forgot to put AI. Stop poll. Here I am wanting to. I need to edit. I need to edit. Am I allowed me to? Yes. Are you okay? Are you finding AI helpful? So quick. So this is a poll that we're showing on screen.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm not able to see it on my phone.
You can edit it to. You can edit. Yes. So there's the poll. So are you finding AI helpful? So either put 1, 2, 3 in the chat. Simple poll.
Gotcha.
Just starting off. So this is going to be another. In the past, I had a feature, but now the live streaming software that I use, it's so funny because they just launched another thing last night or earlier this week. Go, wow, like they're releasing new features like crazy.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, StreamYard.
Oh, StreamYard. Oh, nice.
They're releasing new features like. So I was checking out this recent new feature. Then I saw this thing. I saw this icon. I thought, what's this?
Okay. Yes.
They have released it without officially releasing it.
Okay, so you might be like a beta user. They might just be soft testing it. You know.
I have no idea, but I went on. I did a night owl last night. Early this morning, about 12:30 in the morning. I'm just gonna go on and test it out just on YouTube. When people dropped by, but no one participated in the poll. So
gotcha.
But I did test it on myself. It works. Okay, let's just pull it up this morning. So this is good. And all right, and I like how people are participating. So after I close the poll, it'll give results. So
nice.
I was wanting to do this on Monday because we were supposed to have a guest this morning, but they didn't show up. I said, all right, this is the best time to experiment.
Gotcha.
We already have some people that are chiming in. Oh, some other people here this morning. All right. Okay, I don't have to edit because I do that. So someone says, how are you today, chat? We are above ground, so everything else is a bonus. That's just for myself. And then C-Nurse K. Good morning, C-Nurse K. Says good morning, everybody. Yeah, but Philip Scott, great conversation. Great.
Nice.
So he has been doing it for about 8 years.
Okay. Did he talk about what made him start it? Like, where did the idea come from?
I can't fully remember. You'll have to watch the replay, but I think he saw someone doing something, and he started off real. He's built it up that he has, for lack of a better word, correspondence in Canada, the United States, and Africa.
Gotcha. That's so good.
A lot of them do like 3 or 4 times a week. They provide commentary on different subjects, and he's paying them.
Right. That's solid.
And also too, it was so funny. So he grew up in the South of the United States. He's living in Houston now. And when he first came on, he said, "How you doing, sir?" I said, "You can call me Dr. Vibe, man, just sir." But he said, "I was raised in the South, etc., etc." And we had a great conversation. I really, for people who, I think anyone who is really focused on the growth of not only Black media, but Black identity, great conversation to watch. Gotcha. And also one of the things he's doing is slowly but surely he's pulling people off of YouTube, and he's created an app, and he's getting people to go to their app where they can really say whatever they want. There's no restrictions, etc. So he's driving people to their app instead of broadcasting on YouTube. That's his long-term goal, to just have his own app. Don't use YouTube. Don't use any of these platforms where you can just lose it and have things taken away or be banned or whatever. He's driving everyone to their app.
Yeah, makes sense. And I noticed that I guess apps similar to what Fanbase tries to do is like creating your own space, but it's tricky to get people off of YouTube. And I
Yeah.
wanted to get your thoughts on the Breakfast Club leaving YouTube and going to Netflix,
Oh,
because
really
people
good.
are really,
Okay.
it's either they hate it or they, well, is it like indifferent or they hate it? I
Yeah.
haven't heard
Well,
anybody that loves it, right?
okay. So a few things, and I wish Dr. Tatcher's here because she's our media go-to person. But what I'm going to do is I got to see how I can do this. Okay. I'm going to end the poll. I think. Yeah. Okay. I think I can end it right here. So this is why we're fooling around. Okay. I just seeing how I did it last night, how I could end it. Resume, hide. Okay. I'm going to bring it back up. Well, I brought it back up. This is why we're fooling around. I just how I can edit, reset. Okay. I think, and I can set up multiple polls. Okay. And bring them on. Okay. I'm going to see. It didn't allow me to. It didn't show. I didn't like. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe when I finish, it'll show up. When I finish, okay. We'll still show it. Keep on voting. Okay. So for JJ Mar says, hey, Dr. Vibe. Good to see you here as always. And also goes on African Diaspora News Channel. Actually, one of the contributors there, Demetra K, who I had on 2 weeks ago. And I checked out some of her shows before she came on the Dr. Vibe show, and I saw JJ Mars in the room. So that was cool. And Dr. Tachi is here. Hello, all. Okay. Dr. Tachi, if you're available, Ryan, tell the subject you want us to chat about.
Yeah, I was curious people's thoughts on the Breakfast Club leaving YouTube. Well, I guess because it was a radio station, and then they started showing it on YouTube, and I feel like it really blew up because a lot of people that aren't morning people were tuning in, especially to the replays, and now they switched from YouTube into Netflix. And Netflix seems like such a closed quarters, like the live chat's gone. So I was curious people's thoughts on them switching from YouTube to now. And I'm sure Netflix paid them. So taking that money to hop over to Netflix, if people feel like that was a good move.
All right. So Dr. Tachi, if you're available, you don't have to cam up, but you know how you can just call in. You're our number one person that's calling in, and this is media. This is your jam. I'd love to have you call in and add to this conversation, but I'll start off. It was interesting because there's a sports show that I check out pretty periodically on YouTube, and he announced that he was going over to Netflix. And Dr. Tachi says, okay, stand by. So we're going to get Dr. Tachi in the house. Good. I wasn't going to pay. I don't have Netflix. So let me just say right there. I was not going to pay to just listen to him on Netflix.
Okay. So there wasn't enough other stuff on Netflix that would pull you over?
Yeah, for me, I know lots of people are Netflix and chill people. I'm not. I have enough of my own content to produce. And people say, well, why don't it not? It didn't push me enough to get a Netflix subscription for him. I know there are other things on there, 100%, but not feeling it. So I can see how people are saying, well, if they didn't have Netflix, like I'm just going to subscribe, and they probably find other content while they're on there. But I think the initial barrier getting them to subscribe because of that would be a bit of a challenge. That's just my thought. Like, do you have Netflix?
Yeah, I've had it for a long time through all these different price bumps, but it's still reasonable. It's not like it's gotten out of control. But then you start to analyze like the different subscriptions you have. So we had Disney Plus for a while.
Oh, wow.
We had Paramount for a short. I think we just got the trial because we wanted to watch South Park. We had Netflix. We had Crave. We got Crave so we could watch Succession and one of those other shows. Yeah, so and then you realize it all starts adding up to what your cable bill used to be. And you're like, I thought it was
Hello.
supposed to be. So it's like just it kind of split cable into chunks. So yeah, and then we like got rid of Disney Plus, got rid of Paramount, got rid of Crave. So Netflix is still there because I love Black Mirror. Like Black Mirror was one of the shows that drew me to Netflix, and then just every so often different movies. You know, it's a good place to find. I mean, what was the last one? Like K-pop Demon Hunters. Be able to watch it, and I didn't even realize it was on Netflix. I thought it was just a movie in the theater.
Okay.
But yeah, there's always something on there. I feel like that makes it worth the monthly cost because it's still around $12, which is peanuts compared to the content you get, right?
So this is cool. This is allowing me to create polls in real time, and I can choose different ones to put up. So next poll: do you have at least one streaming subscription? Either put 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Okay. So JJ Mars says, I don't have Netflix as well. Also, see, that's what we're supposed to see. That's how we're supposed to see it. That's what I wanted to see. So it tabulates in real time. Good. Frequency of Emperor says, not sure if it's a good move viewership wise. On the other hand, the payout was probably filled with cologne and perfume. I'm speaking in reference of the Breakfast Club. Yeah, they got paid a decent amount of that, and I'd be interesting to see. And I don't know if they're still doing selected parts of each episode on YouTube. I'm not sure because
like still clipping it.
Okay. So
that would be smart because it would drive people, right?
If Netflix allows them to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think but I wonder, is that the end goal for most YouTube people?
Dr.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, you know, I was praying that you would be up and about for this conversation.
Yes, I just happened to join when you were speaking about my forte. So
yes, thank you. So for those who don't know, this is the wonderful, beautiful, vivacious media queen, Dr. Tachi, who is in charge of Indie Soup Media. And actually, Dr. Tachi and I were on a conversation offline yesterday, which was a really good conversation, wasn't it, Dr. Tachi?
Indeed. Yeah.
And so this is good. So Ryan is asking about this whole thing about like shows like the Beck's Breakfast Club that were on YouTube moving over to Netflix. What you have to say?
Well, first of all, good morning, Ryan.
Hey, good morning, Dr. Tachi. Always good to hear you.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. This is a great question. You must have been. Let's pick a question that she can answer.
Go ahead.
So I think about that idiom, a bird at hand is worth two in the bush. My mother loved that saying. Basically, you already have something in hand and you like drop that to go after the two that are in the bush that you don't know are going to work out, or the devil you know is better than the angel you don't. So in this case, the devil being quote unquote YouTube, and the angel being this promise of heavenly Netflix. You all brought up some excellent points. So the fact is that you must pay for a Netflix subscription in order to enjoy all of the things. Now, the way Netflix works and the way any of these streamers work is they're all now looking at, especially Netflix, I shouldn't even say especially, but many of them are looking at talent on social media, especially since, and Dr. Vibe, I talked about this yesterday, the best short film, one of them, there was a tie, and one of them went to the singers, which was all acted by people from social media that were singers that they found. So Now, and it's won an Oscar. So now there's this whole thing. Oh, okay, we can find real gems in the social media world, in the world outside of Hollywood. So everyone is putting their sights on the next big thing. These people who create content, but also have an audience. So they already have a built-in audience. So there's not a whole lot I have to do. So the thought process is they will bring their audience over to where we are. But only if they don't have to pay for it, and only if they're already there. So I don't know if anybody did any research to find out, and probably the answer is no. How much of our audience already has Netflix? That's number one. Number two is, how many people do you know that drive into work and listen or watch Netflix?
And that's my thought. It's like YouTube is very, I would say passive, but you're able to just connect quickly. Netflix is like you plan to watch it, and I wouldn't plan to watch The Breakfast Club. So I'm curious how many people would shift, because it's a whole different mindset of how you take in the medium, right?
Exactly. Netflix is made for watching. The way the Breakfast Club had it, it is a visual podcast or video podcast, or what I like to call a vodcast.
Yep. Is it just me, or I can't hear anything? I might have froze. My bad.
Okay, Dr. Vibe is back. We had a little bit of a challenge. The power went out. So just give me a second here. All right, we are back. All right, Dr. Tachi, if you want, call back in. Yeah, we had a power outage for like, it was like 5 seconds, wiped everything out. Now, this is one of the good things. If you do live streaming, this is the benefit of having something that's web-based. So I was able to come right back in, no problem. I had to reboot my computer, all that sort of stuff, but everything else was just fine. So yes, thank you. Welcome back. Fitness IQ Cam says, welcome back. Yeah, sorry about that. Dr. Tachi, if you are around, I would love you to call back in. Sorry about that. I had no control over it. I had no control. So, and Roger, I did see your message. You sent me about a new creators platform. I see it via WhatsApp. So Revolt Labs. So Blackish writer producer Kenya Barris partners with Revolt to launch a new company geared toward creators. All right, that's good news. So yeah, sorry about that. Let me ask, so people, what do you think about the poll feature? Do you like it? Do you like it? Love to get your feedback on it. Do you like the poll feature that's now on screen, real time? Now, the thing I notice about it is I can't put too many choices, and depending how you position people on your screen, I know but I'm just glad to be back on. Now, after today's show, I got to reset a whole pile of things. Yes, I know. Oh, you're calling now? Okay. Let me see if I see you, because I don't know. Interesting. I'm taking a look to see you calling, if you're calling now. How come I'm not seeing you? Says unavailable. Let me check something, Dr. Tachi. Okay, that should be fine. I don't think, no, this is weird now. That's good. I'm wondering right now why you're not able to call back in. Okay, let me just check this. Call me configuration. Says ready to make a call. Shows everything's okay on my end, Dr. Tachi. It says unavailable. Let me just check something out while we're just checking some stuff out. Me road. I'm just going to check on my end to make sure that yeah, because it says it's set up on my end. Not on that. Yeah, this should work. No, let me try something else here. Just give me a second, folks. And also continue the conversation in just a second here. I want to check myself. Okay. FSP. L. Okay, continue. Yeah, it says it's okay on my end, Dr. Tachi. If you want to give another go at it, because it's showing on my end that it is, I can set it up. Oh, hold on. Okay, join. You are right. It's saying it's not available. That's interesting. You are right, as you all most of the time are, Dr. Tachi. No, there's an input device. Please ensure the microphone is connected to. Okay. Very curious. I have a feeling. Configuration ready. Okay. Retry. Audio input device. Okay. Oh, okay. Try now, Dr. Tachi. Yeah, I just see now. I just had to do the setting back. So we're good. Yeah, call back in, Dr. Tachi. It's good to go now. No, call back in now, Dr. Tachi. We're good. We're good. You should be able to call in now. Just did some stuff on the back end, and I saw that. So give a call back in. We can continue. So yes, this is Freestyle. This is what Freestyle Friday is all about. Ryan was on the road. Power went off. We came back in. We're still here. We had to do a reset on the software in regards to people calling in. So let's make it happen, Dr. Tachi. Everyone else, hey, what do you want to chat about? What's going on? Yeah, I fixed it up. So we're patiently waiting Dr. Tachi to come into the room. And then, as I said, after, yeah, we are good to go, Dr. Tachi. Yeah, configuration. Yeah, we're good. So you should be able to call in. Yeah. So what's coming up? Tomorrow we have Primetime Saturday with Aisha and Dr. Tachi. Lala won't be there. So, man, Dr. Tachi's taking over this network. Not a bad thing. And then on Sunday, we've got Black Canada talking with Cesar Dima Musa. And then Sunday night at 8 p.m., we have Black Men Can Talk with Kofi Morris and Kofi Sadat. So just patiently waiting for Dr. Tachi to come in. So you see the results of our poll. Do you have at least one streaming subscription? Yes or no? Actually, I'm going to fool around a bit, see if we can put it in different places. Ah, I like that. There we go. Uh-huh. Okay, we've got another message here. It won't let you call in. What do you mean? Let me check something. It won't let you, because I just fooled around with it myself. It won't let you call in. Okay, hold on. Okay, join call. Oh, now it's saying unavailable. What is going on here? I'm puzzled. Okay, if you want, Dr. Tachi, I can send you. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, Dr. Tachi, is I'm going to send you the link to join with the camera off. So bear with me a second, everybody. I've got to see how I'm going to do this. I've got to see, we're figuring out on the fly here. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, here. So we're multi-purposing here right now. So I'm going to send the link to Dr. Tachi, and then she will come in on the green room, probably come on cam off. So just bear with me a second. And we should have Dr. Tachi on, because everyone wants to hear what Dr. Tachi has to say. Okay, okay, good. I gotta check my email now. Oh my gosh. Let's see more options. Yes, do this, not that. Thank you very much. Okay, Dr. Tachi. I tell you, 854. Okay, continue. Thank everyone for their patience here. I'm actually okay. Not now. Turn on. Okay, let's do this. Dr. Tachi. Okay, I'm going to send you the link right now, Dr. Tachi. DMing you the link right now. So hopefully in a few moments we will see you on, well, camera may not be up, but, and you've seen it. Okay, good. So I'm going to take down, this is interesting. You can put this thing in different places. Okay. All right, so we're going to hide the poll. So it gave me a chance to, and the nice thing here is if I want to bring up the other poll, I can bring it back up. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Dr. Tachi is in the house. How are you, Dr. Tachi?
Fantastic. How are you?
You know what? You know we do. You know we do.
Yeah, I try to know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for making yourself available and also being patient through all the technical challenges we overcame already today.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me on as usual.
Oh, well,
And
you
that whole
always
time
have a
I was
place here.
just talking.
No, man, we just given you your invisible chair at the table. So no worries, no worries.
Mhm.
So I don't know how far you got into your conversation with Ryan about this whole content creators going over to Netflix.
I got quite far and I was wondering why is there no call and response? And then I looked on YouTube and realized you guys were gone. I was like, oh, I've been talking into an
Yeah,
abyss the
and
entire
it went
time.
off for like 5 seconds, but did everything. So everything went off and I had to reboot the computer, set up everything. But again, and I did say that this is one of the advantages having a live streaming web-based service.
Correct. Something that is browser based will keep going. And even though you get lots of bells and whistles with software based, once your computer cuts off, so does the broadcast.
Exactly. So that thankful for that happened. Um, okay. So Roger Dundas had sent me that Blackish writer Kenya Barris partners with Revolt to launch new company geared toward creators. Did you see that or hear about that?
I did, but I haven't read the article yet.
What are your initial thoughts?
Well, I think that all these things are always worth a try
Mm,
to do. I think there are not enough. There are some companies that work with it. Now, because I don't know, when we're saying creators, are we talking creators in general?
that's the thing.
Or
What's the word I'm looking for? Admissions. No, it's not the word I want to use, but that's the first thing that comes up. What are the rules of engagement? Are there any what's the word I'm looking for a term. Qualifications to be, what will you need to qualify to be part of that environment?
yeah, so I pulled up the article and I'm like quickly scanning through it. And the first thing is like focus on creators. And creators in our world mean something very different sometimes. So it's they're doing Revolt Labs as a joint venture apparently, and it doesn't really. Okay, so here's the thing. They said they're looking at creator talent in the vein of Drewski and Kai Cenat. Okay, so YouTubers with a goal to create TV, film, digital, and live experience content with a promise of ownership and a larger footprint for creators versus what they can pull off on their own. Okay, so it looks like they are going after creators that have large social media followings, well, YouTubers particularly. So they're going to be looking at, yeah, like the Drewskis, the Kai Cenats, maybe the iShow Speeds, depending. So yeah, that's what they're looking at. Huh?
Not us.
Not us. Yeah.
Well, not me, especially you more than me, but not us.
Not me. Not me.
All right. Actually, you come in. There are questions here for you. Can you take a few?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to do this one first. C Nurse K says, hi, Dr. Tachi. I have to head to an appointment. She goes, but I have to head to an appointment, but I had one quick question. How does a movie nominated in 16 Oscar categories not win Best Picture? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, KMT, which means kiss my teeth.
I know about kissing teeth. Africans do that very well.
Yeah.
So I think this is the thing, and we've come to expect this. It was nominated in 16 categories. I don't know that any of us really expected it to win Best Picture. And it's strange because when there were 2 actor categories, and the film that won Best Picture got one, and then Sinners got the other. There were 2, so there was like kind of a ping pong back and forth type of thing. Film is very subjective. I have to say that and this is why I keep telling people not to rely on this as the cornerstone of what good content, good film, good television, all of these things are. So it's certainly nice to be recognized by your peers, but people are only people, and they have biases toward, certain types of films. We have to look at Sinners. I have still not have seen Sinners because I'm not a fan of horror, but I know that it's an amazing movie. And so I've just tried to say, well, how will I be watching it? But I know that it's fantastic, and I've seen clips, and I've read a lot of the think pieces on it. This is a high-level movie on so many levels with so much symbolism for a lot of people. And not to insult the Academy voters, but some of them are not prepared to think on such a high level. It's too high level for them. And I'm really not trying to be insulting. But the way that Ryan Coogler writes things, there's so much symbolism in there. There's so much history packed in there, so much research, that it is difficult for someone who's voting for the Academy who doesn't have, and we have to think who the Academy voters are. These are not all high-level ethereal people. So they may be film folks, and they may have the ability to vote for the Academy, but do they have the academic prowess to understand the symbolism in something like The Sinners, to understand why it should have been Best Picture? Lots of people are saying it's robbed. That doesn't mean that the other film was not good. No, not at all. But there is an extra level of something to Sinners that so many of these other films may not have had. So it's only up to the abilities of the voting Academy members to determine this is something that should be Best Picture. And not all of them have that type of sensibility.
Okay, well, C Nurse K, I hope that answered your question. And building from that, it was interesting. I was listening to someone comment the other day. So speaking about Ryan Coogler, he signed a pretty incredible deal with Warner Brothers.
Yes.
And people were saying, is that going to be jeopardized with the potential takeover by Larry and David Ellison of all the Warner Brothers properties?
Well, here's the thing. A deal is a deal. And if they tried to break that type of thing, I don't know what the terms of the deal are, but if they tried to break it and there was no course as to why, that's a cause for litigation. Do they
And
want to do that?
it's going to be interesting to see if they try to control his output of content. Will they think about that, or will they think, well, this guy's proven crime, money comes before creative freedom? You know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, yeah. Unless it's written in stone that you have that, right?
I just wanting to
So,
see, will money
go ahead.
come before, creative freedom? Because Ryan is on a hot shot. He's on another level.
Yeah, he is. You mean for him or for Warner
Yes,
Brothers?
yes. Like, because he writes specific types, and especially for Black audiences. And there could be people in the conservative ilk that say, you know what,
Mhm.
we don't want this guy putting out this kind of stuff.
That very well could be. Nothing is off the table within this America. So that very well could be. But as I said, if you do something like that, if they do something like that, they're putting themselves at risk for litigation with that. And in terms of him and whether or not that's something he would do, I don't know him, but I think I know the way he works enough to know that creative endeavors and the story, the way he wants to tell it, is more important than that.
Mhm.
And this is not his first rodeo
No, no,
with
no, no.
that type of thing. Black Panther, both Black Panthers, right? So obviously there is a level of negotiation that you have to have with certain things. Again, that America movie, um, what would you call it? Atmosphere is different from what it is now. So it only remains to be seen.
Did so interesting. JG Marr says politics always a strong part in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely.
And I
And
obviously that 47 really wants to have his finger on what Hollywood outputs.
oh yes, he really does, because it's about controlling the narrative, very much so. But it's also because he has always wanted to be a Hollywood insider, and Hollywood has never accepted him. So this is very complex. Part of this is wanting to control the narrative, which also gets at CNN, which controls what the news reports about what's happening there. But the other part of this is he very much, why do you think when he was the apprentice, or had the apprentice, he really wanted to conquer that world and be in that world, but that's not the world that actually wanted him. Some places you can't always buy your way into. So I think he has this vendetta against Hollywood in general, which is why he's so tough on Governor Newsom and the state of California. He's trying to make them all pay. In addition to the progressive views that they may have, that's where Hollywood is, and he wants them to pay.
Absolutely. It got some other stuff on the. So JG Marr says the original Birth of a Nation film from 1915 won Best Picture.
Yes. Yes, no, absolutely. Now, and this is the thing with that. If all you have to eat is peanuts, it's going to taste like steak. You're talking about 1915. That's really actually maybe a good maybe 30 years after the initial debut. No, not even 30, maybe 15 years or so after the debut of a film. Maybe 20. So you don't have a whole lot of choice with things. So what's there is basically, sometimes you give an award because somebody submitted things. That's basically it.
Okay. Another question, Dr. Tachi's show now, because all the things are coming into her. Frequency Event Promotion says, good day, Dr. Tachi. When will you be visiting Toronto? And very soon. Oh, okay. So
You and this Toronto trip.
oh my gosh. Everyone is on. They want you here, Dr. Tachi. Oh, so it seems, don't know if you want to comment on this, but Next Star saying it's acquired Tegna as a merger, and the FCC has green lighted it.
Geez. Okay, so this has been kind of in the works for a while. Nexstar and Tegna are they're rival station groups. And for those of you that are not familiar with the terminology of station group, that's when a media company owns a bunch of local news stations in several different markets. So you may be in a market, I don't know if we're Tegna or Sinclair stations. I don't remember, but it really depends. So you might have Nexstar or Tegna that owns the ABC affiliate in somewhere in Kentucky, right? In Louisville, Kentucky. And then they'll also own an NBC affiliate here in South Florida, for example. So that's what the station group is. So that's where this is the interesting thing. For those groups, their affiliates, the only the only programming most of these places produce is news, right? So they tend to be very hyper local, but it's a big thing. There's money in local station ownership. And so to have these two merge is a huge deal. So now the FCC has signed off on apparently it's a $6.2 billion deal to acquire Tegna. And this will create the largest operator of local television stations in the country by
United States
banding together.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if I have permission to interrupt, just to give some people some background on this, just reading from a news site here. In a news release Thursday, FCC chairman, which is Federal Communications, I don't know what this, Commission in the United States, Chairman Brendan Carr, he's an interesting guy, said the agency waived a rule that bars a single company from owning TV stations reaching more than 39% of U.S. households. The combined entity would cover at least 60%.
That's problematic, if you ask me. It's the same thing where we've been talking about the whole Warner Brothers acquisition when we've been talking about this whole thing. It's problematic because it cuts down on consumer choice.
Yep.
And not just consumer choice. When we look at the television stations, remember, these are local television stations, which means local news stations, which means one company owning them sways the way that news is reported.
100%.
So you don't have a diversity in the way news is reported. And generally, I mean, you hate to make these connections, but generally, when you look at people who are very wealthy and are companies that are very wealthy that own, they tend to sway on one side of the political spectrum because that side of the political spectrum seems to be more friendly to their business practices. Look at this now, because this would have never happened if we weren't in the administration we were in. The fact there's a rule there for a reason, so that you don't own too much of the share of stations and then sway the way news is reported. 60%?
So interesting. I'm reading from this story. The National Association of Broadcasters, NAB, a trade group that has urged the FCC to alter the 39% rule, said the waiver granted to Nexstar, quote, was a meaningful sign that the commission understands the urgent need for ownership reform. Quote, we are grateful to Chairman Brandon Carr for his recognition that the national ownership cap is outdated and no longer reflects today's media marketplace, unquote, said Curtis Leggett, the trade group's president and chief executive. In a social media post yesterday, Carr said, Nexstar has agreed, quote, to certain concrete conditions, whatever that means, for the deal, and quote, including divesting a number of stations, increasing localism and affordability steps, unquote. He did not provide specific information. Okay, when requests for federal approval were sent to FCC early December, Nexstar operated 201 stations in 116 television markets, while Tegna operated 64 full-power broadcast television stations and an AM radio station and an FM radio station. Carr's office previously approved the high-profile merger between Skydance and Paramount, the parent company of Hollywood Paramount Pictures, and the broadcast network CBS. Paramount Skydance pending takeover of Warner Brothers Discovery is being reviewed by the Justice Department Antitrust Unit, not the FCC. Interesting. The FCC, an agency who appointees serve 5-year terms, regulates the broadcast airwaves and other key telecommunications platforms. The agency typically has 5 commissioners, but there are currently 2 vacancies. Interesting.
Yes. So despite what the NAB says, obviously they're going to go for what the interests of the broadcasters that are member stations go for, or members go for, and they want to relax some things. But again, how useful is it to have 60% of the airwaves owned by one company? That's absolutely ridiculous. And that would, I'm saying that would, if this was not the current political case, I don't think that would even have been a consideration.
I have a question. Wasn't America built on competition?
Now, I think you know the answer to this. Yes,
And-
that's
and
the
free-
whole
Yeah,
free
like
enterprise.
it just free enterprise, and it just seems that more and more things I'm seeing are totally the opposite.
Yes, I mean, for a place that touts itself on open marketplace of ideas and the ability for
Competition, yeah.
anyone and competition, you are sounding very much like the type of political system you don't like communism and socialism.
Autocracy.
Yes, autocracy, dictatorship. That's what it's sounding like.
Yeah, I'm just going, what is this free market, free enterprise system? I don't see it.
No, it's not. And you know what? We could argue, was it ever there? We could argue, was it ever truly there? Because if we look historically, even though it was a free open market, who were the ones that were afforded access to these things? It's always been the who you know game or who knows you game. It's always been, let's be clear, a quid pro quo type thing, this for that type thing. It's always been that way. Maybe just less overt.
Interesting.
My opinions, anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy, especially like the assault on media has been crazy.
It really has. But again, this is what happens when you just kind of coast with the waves, with the tide, and do nothing about it. Because I have to say, there was always an indication that something like this could happen if the wrong people were in place. But you just coasted off of the fact of, well, we have this and we have this and we have these laws, and people have been skirting the laws all along. Let's be clear. Maybe not as overtly and blatantly, but they've been skirting the laws all along. And so media, and I would say let's talk about individuals in media, journalists. Journalists work super hard. I'm a journalist myself, but the effect to where nothing has been said, and I'm talking about particularly in American media, where nothing has been said, you see things and then you just say nothing and go with the flow. That's problematic, and that's why you end up where you are now. But I am convinced that something had to happen as a shakeup. God forbid this. Nobody wanted this. But something had to happen as a shakeup. And there's always something major that occurs before there is a change. And the change now is we're seeing the independent media. So all of this may backfire. All of your acquisitions may backfire. Yes, in the interim, you're going to get, but the numbers that you want probably are not going to be there because people have other choices. So you can buy every station in the US. What good does it do if people are not watching television news or people are not watching television or going to the movies? I don't care who merges. If the audience, if the consumers don't care about your product, you can buy all of them and it still won't matter. And you can't force us to watch your nonsense.
Conversation piece for you. Do you see the current administration going after properties in regards to regulations of Netflix and YouTube?
When you say going after properties, what do you mean? Actually going?
Well, you know what? Let me take that back, because I know something. Obviously, the YouTube that we know now is different than the YouTube we knew 3 or 4 years ago. Because I have been, you know, there's certain things they're not allowed, etc. Do you see the administration maybe trying to, I don't know if they can manage or oversee the Netflix of the world and also YouTube more?
Yeah, I think this is more of a case in terms of what, well, yeah, both of them actually. I don't think the administration is as worried about Netflix because that is a gate kept platform, meaning they determine what goes on there. The YouTube is where the YouTubes of the world are where there would be more concern because anyone can upload things. Yes, there is an algorithm that kind of determines things, but anyone could upload things there. And so it's for that very reason, speaking algorithmically, let's remember that YouTube is Google.
Yep.
All of these tech bros, whom I find despicable, are trying to be in good graces with the administration. And so whatever they say to do, I mean, they'll show up at the things they do, and it really just, it does not look good. It is not a good look on you, all those people that show up to things. If you don't agree with them, why are you there? Well, you agree with them insofar as it means money for you. And they're too cowardly, in my opinion, to stand up and say, no, we're not going to do this. And the thing is, they have the power because there's not a lot of direct regulation that affects them, because it's not like, for example, FCC can pull their license. No, you know, it's not something that they could, all right, pull a license that we don't have. So there may be other ways they would slide in to try and do things. But for the most part, you and tech have power. You've got money. That's where the money is. And you've also got power. But you've chosen to kowtow to the administration, which is not a good look. And so, yes, to your answer, to your question, yes, they actually could do that. And if Google or Alphabet, because Alphabet is the parent company, is trying to play nice with them, they'll do whatever they say.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what's coming down the YouTube way, because I'm sure. Okay, so JJ Mar says, LOL. Only built on competition when it benefits certain people, a certain group, just like the U.S. Congress.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is why there was never competition to begin with. It's their brand of competition. And once it becomes open because again, what we were talking about, I was talking about this yesterday on Ron's show, it's fragility. So it doesn't matter. You could have a whole pizza, for example. If you just want a piece of the crust, a tiny piece of the crust to nibble on, they're like, no, because then that means there's not enough for everyone. But you have the whole pizza. So they're so fragile that they cannot allow for anybody else. And when I say outsiders, I mean anybody outside of the current media system to get anything because they deem that as less for them. But never mind, they already have everything. Never mind that 99.99% is they already own. You can't have the 0.0001% or whatever that means. That's very dangerous when you have people that are that fragile in charge that nothing is enough for them. You already have everything, but nobody else can have anything. That's dangerous and quite sad.
It questions about the mindset of people like that.
Yeah, I don't think their frontal lobe fully developed. I'm sorry. It can't have. This is the only conclusion I can reasonably come to. If you are that afraid when you already have everything, it points to number one, that you're mediocre. Number two, you're undeveloped.
Point.
And that you only got to that place through means that you can't sustain. True talent is able to sustain those things. So are you not talented? Is this what you're telling us?
Mm-hmm. Bring it, Dr. Tachi. Bring it, Dr. Tachi. Going to be very interesting to see what happens. What's the next step the current U.S. administration is going to do when it comes to media? Because I just see they've got something up their sleeve when it comes to independent media. Yeah, and one of the few people who've been able to push back is Don Lemon.
Yes, exactly. But this is the interesting thing. They're pushing back on independent media, but they're really not pushing back on independent media. If this makes any sense.
Of independent media.
Certain types of independent media.
Yes.
Because they all still think with the same mindset that people that have been very visible in the public eye from traditional media are the ones that are important and that matter.
Yep. 100%. It's just really interesting. The mediascape is all, but even more so now, people, if you're going to get into content creation, have your own space. Like I mentioned earlier on in the show before we had all our hiccups, Philip Scott runs African Diaspora News Channel. He has every month over 19 million people come on his various platforms. That's monthly. What's his thing? Driving people to his app. He doesn't want to have, he says these days, we do some stuff on YouTube, but there's stuff we could do on YouTube. They would pull it off. So we have got our own property, our own app, and they're driving people to their app.
That's what you have to do. You have to have your own. You have to have your own. And 100%. That's your own across the board. And that does not mean don't use social, don't use YouTube. Not at all. I think they can be great tandem platforms for something that you actually own. So we're actually now, and because of all of this, we're actually in the stage now of silos, right? Of these entertainment and independent silos where you have a few, people that follow and that watch, but that there's no one big entity in independent necessarily that owns everything. And I don't think it should be. Listen, we have proven that we don't know how to act when one entity owns everything. Greed becomes involved, all sorts of restriction becomes involved, and so fine, no problem. I think niche is really the name of the game now. Mm-hmm. If not before, now niche is really the name of the game. And I'm all for it. I think it's great.
100%. No, 100%. I think that's going to be a wrap for today. We've had so many different things happen today. But we got
Yes.
through. We got through. And I don't know if you saw it earlier on, Dr. Tachi. I followed your suggestion. We were chatting, myself and Dr. Tachi, offline yesterday, and I told her about this new feature from this platform. They're a polling feature, and I tried it out today.
Yes, I saw that you were doing. How did it work?
Well, I tried it out last night. I went on, early this morning, and there were some people watching, but they didn't take part. It did not work. So one of the things I'll just show people, I can bring it back up, and it also allows me to put it in different places on screen.
Is it up?
Yes, if you're watching, it
Okay.
is. Maybe you can't. If you're maybe you can't. I don't know if you can see it from the green room, but if you're watching on a platform, it is up.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So if you're watching it on
Whatever. If you're watching on a
YouTube.
platform, I don't like. I can see it myself on my own screen. I'm not watching on another platform, but maybe I can see it on my own screen because I'm hosting. Okay, and actually people are responding. Someone just did in real time. Love it.
That was me.
That was you. There we go.
Yeah.
So you see how it just did that. So it did that in real time, because a little while back there was a company that I was using some software, and I tried out the polling thing. The only thing, it wasn't great because I think it only allowed people to respond on one platform. Like if I broadcast to a number of different platforms, it only allowed people on one of those platforms to respond. So if people respond on YouTube, they could, but they couldn't respond if they were watching on another channel.
Yeah, that's problematic. So this is nice because it includes all platforms.
Well, so far, I'm looking to see what happens. Again, it should be on all platforms. So if I don't know if I could check if someone's watching on, let's see now, this is, I'd have to switch the positioning. Well, it does it there. Good. See, now I don't know if it doesn't. Everyone that's watching is on YouTube, so yes, but I'm hoping for the day that someone on Facebook also, but it should be like that. Now, the funny thing is, this has been launched and the company hasn't made an announcement on their general updates page yet. It just showed up. And I said, okay, let me get into this. And I said, I'm liking this. Now, again, the sizing can be a little bit problematic because right now it's showing over Dr. Tachi, and I've got it's pretty big. So again, it's gonna hover over something. So I would probably in this configuration have myself a little bit covered, and guests do not get covered. But I like how and the nice thing about it too is you can take it off screen. You can hide it, and then you can bring it back up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show and stop poll. And then when you stop the poll, it gives the final results. All right.
Okay, and I see that it's kind of grayed out when the poll is stopped.
So it's not active anymore. So during tomorrow, Dr. Tachi will be with us tomorrow on Primetime Saturday with Laura Lala Key. Aisha will not be with us. So we're going to be using this tomorrow in real time to see if we can increase some engagement amongst all the other things you do engagement-wise. So that feature will be empowered tomorrow during Primetime Saturday.
Well, quick question.
Yeah.
How does it work on the vertical side? What does it look like?
Okay. So so great question. I'm going to see if I can. So the next thing, I'm going to bring up a previous poll. Oh, does it show? Okay, show. See, now on the vertical, it doesn't look that great because it covers a lot of the landscape.
Okay.
That's the only, yeah. It works better horizontal than vertical, because vertical covers so much of the landscape because there's less of a footprint.
Yes.
So I think what I would do is I would probably put it up for a little bit and then take, yeah, but people are gonna only do it if they see it on screen. Maybe bring it
Yeah,
up
well,
periodically.
you could do it periodically, and that
Yeah,
way it
yeah,
doesn't
I don't have to do it
disrupt.
the whole time because I'm just taking a look. Okay, it also in the vertical. Yeah, it only allows it to. Yeah, on the vertical, it either flushes left or flushes right at the bottom. Doesn't go on the top. So, yeah, just bring it up. You had to bring it up periodically. Good feature, I think. Sizing wise, like if you're, it's ideally it's great if you're doing a single person live stream. That's when it's ideal.
Yeah, they'll get it eventually.
Yeah, but that's what in the last week, 2 more releases of updates.
Like I said, keep it coming.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So what is up for the rest of Dr. Tachi's day?
I just have some things that I'm working on. I'm always working on on something. I'll be on the Biz Chicks in about half an hour or
Yes,
so.
that's why I'm sort of cutting it down so you can get some grace before you do your next appearance. How are the Biz Chicks doing?
Oh, everybody's doing great. Everybody is fantastic.
Well, do tell them hello and tell them if they can fit me in. I'd love to jump in on one of their conversations.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell them today.
Yeah, I would love maybe on if there's room, I'd love to jump on with you on a Friday.
Well, that would make sense. That would make
Yeah,
the most sense.
exactly. Actually, what we could do. So, did we decide if you're coming on next? Is it next? Yeah, you're on next Friday.
Next Friday, fourth
Maybe.
Friday.
Yeah, so maybe after that we can just roll into the Biz Chicks and hang out. But definitely would love to. I haven't seen them for a while. Would love to jump in and hang out with them. So, people.
Yeah, let me tell them today.
Yeah. So, if you want to get a hold of Dr. Tachi, she's at the one link now. She's at the one link. Linktree, and that's linktr.ee/dr_Tachi, TACHI. If you want to get a hold of Mr. Knight, Ryan Oneil Knight, I hope he survives his dentist, because if he can't talk tomorrow during his event, that's not a good thing. So why would go to the dentist the day before you got to MC an event? We're speaking. It's okay.
Yes.
Maybe I should call Ryan later. Could you imagine if he answered, Dr. Knight, how are you? I'm going, oh no.
Well, hopefully it's just for a cleaning.
Yes. All right. So it's Ryan Oneil Knight, KN, not an N. If you want to find out more about myself, taplink.cc/the_VIBESHOW.com. If you want to watch replays of this epic conversation, The Morning Vibe, go to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Afro Caribbean Business Network on YouTube, and Ryan Oneil Knight on YouTube. And also subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. And I've been very blessed. I've had record number of subscriptions this year, like people subscribing a lot. So thank you. But remember, don't just subscribe, hit the notification button. And also, if you can't watch live, watch the replay. Bonus on top of that, put some comments in. And I as a person that myself and Dr. Tachi respect said to me recently, you don't want people just to subscribe and do nothing. You want them to subscribe and engage. So whether it's watching, as I said, live on the replay, putting comments in, etc. That on these rented spaces gets the content creator in better places. So I like that. If you want to get in better places on these creative spaces, get in better spaces on rented spaces. I like that. Get in better spaces on the rented spaces. Got to remember that. Okay. I like that. I just created a rhyme. Didn't realize that. Okay. That's it for today. And thanks for everyone who hung out through the power outage. All that stuff. It's appreciated, not taken for granted. We'll be back on Monday with a Mix It Up Monday. And then next Friday on the Morning Vibe, Dr. Tachi will be here. Again on the weekend, tomorrow at 5 p.m., Dr. Tachi, Lala Key, Primetime Saturday with Asian Lala. And then Sunday, 5 p.m., Cesar Dima Musa. Oh, I cannot wait to hear what he has to say about what's going on. And then 8 p.m. on Sunday, we have Black Men Can Talk. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, aim bigger, aim better, aim higher and wider. Love, faith, and respect. Don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And if you're not making money, make history. Try to do both. And as always, make it better. God bless. Peace, well, keep the faith, walk good, and stay safe.